like the Goonies with a bag full of Uzis. Emerging in a corner store where Arabs sell Lucy's. My bangers on the waist, I never wave it around, but I always chamber around when it's strangers around. Set my face to the kill, my force field is on max. Never relax, study the facts and stockpile gas, cause the sky's about to bleed blood out from the clouds. There's gas masks in my backpacks, we're walking through crowds. The post-apocalyptic optic fitted with bionic circuitry, surgically planted perfectly. No way to word it verbally, but extrasensory perception got me detecting any copper detective. Intercept them and stop them with weapons.
King size, many bears, we like Animal Hawk. Grammatical master for art, heavy metal, we smashing your thoughts, we up a level. You rappers are technicians, undergraduates, I got a doctorate when it comes to ripping scientific. I was born from a different species, and if you beat me, you gon' fight me every time you see me. It's never over. Fuck size, it's King Cobra. I'm rushing off my shoulders, spitting ether, plus we taking over. I'm getting older, so I live by that new slogan. That Philly shit, the barrel smoke will leave your head open. It's open season on any rapper who wanna beef with. The army of the pharaohs, yeah man, we'll bring the season.
Don't hit me with the drama, don't approach me about no BI, cause I'm a pharaoh.
If you're not keeping up with this, I'll start at the beginning.
I've been waiting at the top for you, where you been? I've been waiting at the top for you, where you been? I've been waiting at the top for you, where you been?
Not ask you white men to come here. We do not want your civilization. We would live as our fathers did, and their fathers before them. Take fine servants. With 50 men, we could subjugate them all and make them do whatever we want. Columbus proceeded to unleash a reign of terror unlike anything seen before. When he was finished, 8 million Arawaks, virtually the entire native population of Hispaniola, had been exterminated by torture, murder, forced labor, starvation, disease, and despair. Most of North America and New England colonists was collapsing into slaughter and enslavement of native people by settlers who wanted more land and wealth. The Declaration of Independence further enshrined the belief of Euro-American settler supremacy by declaring native peoples to be merciless Indian savages. Constitution. Article 6 established treaties as the supreme law of the land. Despite this supreme law, treaties with sovereign native nations became slippery promises easily broken when convenient. The United States has unequivocally agreed that discovery gave an exclusive right to extinguish the Indian title of occupancy. Damn any man who sympathizes with Indians. I have come to kill Indians and believe it is right and honorable to use any means under God's heaven to kill them. To defeat our free Lakota people with military might, the U.S. government increased the use of deceptive practices to subvert our matriarchal system and to create the appearance of agreement when our lands and rights were stolen. To sue. They are to be treated as maniacs or wild beasts, and by no means as people with whom treaties or compromise can be made. Just 3 years later, in 1871, the U.S. government ceased to recognize Indian nations as sovereign and independent with the passage of the Indian Appropriation Act. This legislation legalized the theft of our treaty-protected lands and further threatened our way of life with our buffalo relatives. In 1873 alone, buffalo hunters massacred more than 1.5 million buffalo. As planned, our people became increasingly dependent on the U.S. government for even the most basic of human needs, like food, clothing, and shelter.
This picture? If you said you see the mark of the beast on top of the building, you are correct. Congratulations. You have just noticed the same thing that I noticed when I was recently doing a video about Robert Johnson. And I kept seeing all these signs at all these old, country stores from the South. And I was like, what's that about? So I looked into it, and it turns out there's a brand called 666 that has been around for over 100 years. The weirdest part is that even though they are listed on Amazon and Walmart, they all say they're out of stock or unavailable. It's almost like they're available, just not in my particular dimensional place. Oh yeah, and I love this advertisement there with the bull horns, the good old sateen. So when I talk about the Debs, I'm talking about that thing which can infect our minds. It's, you know what it is. It's any different, people refer to it as 3 6s. And so these reviews say in 2017, and this person in Baltimore says that they can't find it in Baltimore or online. These new products on the market just don't work as good as those 3 6s. And this person asks in 2017, why can't I find 666 cold preparation? It works wonders. You can probably still find some in small cornerstones of the country. I'm from a small town and I'm still able to purchase it. So I did find some satisfied customers as recently as 2017. So people have been buying it up until at least November of last year was the last one that I saw. That was the most recent purchase.
There's something happening here, but what it is ain't exactly clear. There's a man with a gun over there, telling me I got to beware. I think it's time we stop, children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. There's battle lines being drawn, and nobody's right if everybody's wrong. Young people speaking their minds are getting so much resistance from behind. Time we stop, hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. What a field day for the heat. 1,000 people in the street singing songs and
Don't be scared of numbers and symbols. Numbers and symbols are not going to hurt you.
I'm coming straight out of Brighton. A crazy motherfucker named Wizzy. Sirens in the city like I'm rolling around with Dizzy. You was in the basement with a pitch, I'm getting picky. I was in the basement with a couple apes, I'm getting sticky. Making a brother go high pitch. All of these men are telling me that when I get on the mic it's a hype thing. Vibes in, don't wanna hear no violin. Big beat from the guy like 666 that time again. Look, I ain't hitting it back, I'm splitting the racket. You got that little whackness spread up on your lyrical sandwich. All of my brothers be loving the way I be spitting the rap, sick rapping the tickets of fashion. Never my man, I'm spitting the face of an enemy. Busy be moving up hazardous. For music, I'm jet setting like Led Zeppelin. I hate talking, love rapping, I ain't dead repping. Fuck bench pressing, I cover my food in French dressing. Playing football, munching on the pasty, call me Greg Beckham. Oh no.